Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio for the month of April 2022. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Also, although I am reading for April, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. So, somebody is thinking I feel to the past, something that they felt was unsuccessful, that it wasn't reliable, and I feel like they backed out or backed down or withdrew. I feel like they became very afraid. I feel like they were not really looking, in this case, at what the real issue was. Yeah. 1 minute, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. And so, I feel like they weren't paying attention, or were overlooking what the real issue was. That's the word. They were overlooking what the real issue was as to their fears, perhaps. I feel like they were afraid, and maybe they needed to look deeper into why they were so afraid. They were afraid of the Empress. They felt they had their answers. They felt they knew where this was going. But they were overlooking the real issue here. The real issue was the Eight of Swords, what was at the root of it. And that was buried in the subconscious. I feel like these are subconscious fears that created the storm in the past, on a wish, because this person really did love the other and still does. I can see it. I feel that they were deceiving themselves about the reasons, or their reasons why. At the base of this reading, or at the base of the heart of the issue, is a direction, is a choice, and a new beginning. We see this person, they were preparing for a new opportunity, but they were too afraid to take it in the end. They had it and then lost it because of their fears. And so, here they lie, burdened. Their world is gray, and they're trying to heal. They took a fall. They could even They could even feel still, unless they've seen, depending where they are in the energy, uh, they could be feeling like a victim. This could be, they could have withdrawn into their little safety, or safety net, or yeah, because I see there's a storm outside, and maybe they were avoiding a storm. Maybe they thought there was a storm. I think the storm was actually within them, even though we see it on the outside. Um, yeah. And it's interesting, because it's clarified by the Four of Swords, and they're almost identical, these cards. Except outside this window it's raining, indicating a lot of worries. And outside of this window, although the sun appears to be shining, it is a cold, wintry day. Everything is dead. So it's like clarity that was given on a situation, and everything may feel like it's dead, And there's a lot of mental turmoil going on here. We see it, and this is well indicated by two swords that hang above this person's head, directly above the head, one above the heart, and there's one at the foot. So they really feel stuck in this energy, perhaps of woe is me. Four of Coins. It could be that they're avoiding or holding back from actually looking at what the real issue was. This person could also be holding back information that would be very valuable to this problem, let's say. So he's holding back information. He's in the energy trying to heal, Four of Swords energy. The mind is very busy working, clearly in turmoil. And he's thinking about an idea for perhaps a new offer. So they're already, or they're thinking, yeah, because they're already regretful here. So they will pass through the grieving stage to that emptiness we see in the next one, and to regret, and to the understanding that, yes, I have information that could help this. And if they've reached that point, then they already know that that there was a deception here, that there was that they themselves, that they were deceiving themselves. Okay. About, and even maybe they tried to tell themselves that, that they didn't love this person, but they couldn't run away from that. I mean, this is a fragile heart here. They did not believe that they could move, that you guys could have taken in the past, I'm talking, because they have a change of mind here, or they soon will. But I mean, they didn't believe that with everything that happened, because it feels like a rough road. And I have that card here. You see, there they are in the same energy, so it's tying in here. They didn't think it would be successful because of everything that was behind you. Yeah. That in the future then, because of everything that was behind you, they in their mind believed that it was just going to happen again. But the question is, why did those things happen? Whatever this was, I mean, it could be that there was a repeating pattern with that caravan, this trail of stuff that's just trailing behind them. So getting to the real issue is very, very important here. I feel there's a realization for sure that they didn't play fair, or they weren't fair, or they weren't being fair to you. If you know, depending whose energy is who, that they didn't do the right thing. They didn't make the right choice, and they didn't tell the whole truth. They held back information. They covered up the truth, and maybe even they were trying to control an outcome, possibly for some. So they weren't telling the truth about how they really felt when they left. Or they just weren't seeing it. But I feel like they weren't telling the truth. Justice is in reverse. And they left. They did something very impulsive here. With this Knight of Swords. This could also indicate on again, off again. And I feel like that is a possibility. With that caravan. This person has always loved you, even if they've tried to convince themselves they didn't, or if if it appeared as though they didn't. They have always maintained this love. There's a steady flow coming from their cup. They may have been very angry and may have told themselves they didn't love you, you know, because they thought this or they thought that. But, you know, what the real issue was is where those thoughts came from. I keep going back to that. They themselves had a lot of insecurities because of triggers, because of subconscious fears. And maybe even they ended up, you know, because they were avoiding to go look at all that, they were blaming you, or they were blaming others, you know. And so here they are. They did you know, they made a bad choice. They lied. They didn't tell the truth, and this is the consequence. And woe is me, you know. This is a card of drunkenness here in this deck, and it is about being, I'll just show it to you. It is about being unhappy, drinking, down in the dumps, self-pity, staying in this energy and not really, you know, doing anything about it. Maybe because of the ego, because they know they were wrong, but admitting they're wrong is another story, you know. But this card says that, you know, if you're unhappy, set down that cup and walk away. You have the power to change things, but you must choose to do so. You must choose to get up and send off that message, because you have this card of communicating here, of messages, a very important message that's coming. This person will go back and forth on this some, until finally they're just going to do it. And when this comes, you will need to answer. Don't wait. You must answer right away, it says. So we see here them deciding to communicate, you know. And then we see up here, see there's the king and there's the queen. She's looking at the communication. She's receiving it here. So we know that this actually really does happen here in the near future. The communication comes, she's looking at it, and must decide. And it is about a new beginning. We have the Ace of Wisdom here. This is a very, very fortunate card to get. And it is also here. So this was the wish. And so it's like you get the wish and you set it on the, you have the wish, you set it on the shelf, and you just look at it. You take it out and you look at it. You don't really do anything about it, because to do something about it, you have to do something, well, you don't really want to do. You know, you got to go and you got to admit that you were wrong, right? And that's really hard on the ego. And but they love the person, and so the heart is going to win this war. And oh yes. I feel like your person is very stubborn and set in their ways with this card, but here we have the Knight of Cups and the wedding. So we do have this offer that is coming. An expression of love, possible apology. There's a very happy event here with this card of the wedding in your future. It is a card of a reunion. Both of these cards, the Ace of Wisdom and this card, speak to getting a lucky break, or the lucky break you were hoping for. New beginning, a new opportunity. Just remember that opportunities are windows, right? Like aces are windows of opportunity. The Ace of Coins, the Ace of Swords, this is a chance to talk about, to communicate. But they're only there for a period of time. And so it is very important that you do not delay, that you respond. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.